He was a wonderful member of our community. He was a great family man, but also a wonderful protector.
Right now at 11, still no arrests after the shooting death of an Oakland police officer. We are learning more about Officer Tuan Le and his impact on the city's API community.
Also, another round of cleanup and repairs down in Capitola. See how the storms from last winter taught them how to bounce back.
Plus, a developing story at this hour after a deadly crash in the East Bay. What we know so far.
The news at 11 starts right now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Terry McSweeney.
And I'm Candice Nguyen. Gia has the evening off. Tonight, we are learning more about Tuan Le, the Oakland police officer shot and killed in the line of duty early yesterday. Now, while the department mourns the loss of one of their brothers in blue, investigators are desperately searching for his killer. Meantime, the Oakland community is reflecting and remembering the fallen officer. NBC Bay Area's Emma Goss reports.
In just under 4 years serving in the Oakland Police Department. In Oakland, Emma Goss, NBC Bay Area News.
Such a loss to the Oakland community. We are going to stay on top of this active investigation for you as police continue this search for that suspect. Any updates we get, we will pass them along to you on air and online at NBCBayArea.com, and we'll also send alerts through our mobile app.
Well, today brought another round of powerful waves to the coast. This was the view this morning in Pacifica. Warnings about the high surf, not enough to keep people away. That might be the shot of the day. Wild sights along the coast for those willing to risk it. That one doused cars at Fort Point in San Francisco with the beautiful Golden Gate Bridge in the background. While the rain and gusty winds have died down, big waves triggered a high surf advisory. From Ocean Beach to Santa Cruz, people came out to see the force of the ocean on full display. First responders urged people to be aware of the dangerous conditions.
That force can break over the rocks, over the sidewalks, and come into areas that it usually doesn't. We have seen an increase in people coming down to the waterfront, and we're trying to remind them to never turn your back on the waves and watch out for rogue waves, sneaker waves that can come in sideways or move very, very quickly and knock you down, requiring a rescue.
Did cause some damage in Pacifica. Crews are starting to repair part of the seawall, battered by days of pounding waves. Now in Capitola, the cleanup is underway again. Strong surf pummeled oceanfront restaurants over the last few days. NBC Bay Area's Marianne Favreau has a look at what businesses are doing to try to reopen as soon as possible.
Here at the Sandbar in Capitola, Marianne Favreau, NBC Bay Area News.
Yeah, hoping those businesses get a break to recover. Now let's go over to meteorologist Rob Mayeda. That high surf advisory expired just about an hour ago. The waves haven't calmed just yet, but what's around the corner for New Year's Eve?
Well, we should see improving conditions on the coast. And yes, the coastal flood warning, the high surf warning, high surf advisory, those technically have expired, but look at these wave heights. I'll have a closer look at that coming up in about 12 minutes.
I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, Rob. Our free NBC Bay Area app is a great resource to have during all these storms. You'll get access to our exclusive mobile Doppler radar, and we'll send you alerts minutes before the rain hits your specific neighborhood.
Developing tonight in Contra Costa County, one person is dead. 4 people are hurt after a head-on crash in Byron. Happened around 6:30 this evening on Holy Road near the Byron Airport. CHP says 4 cars were involved. Investigators say the person who died was wearing a seatbelt, but not properly. They're still trying to figure out which car crossed over the median.
And several SFPD officers are recovering after a car chase that ended in a crash. It started last night when officers noticed a wanted car. They tried to pull it over, but the driver sped off. The chase continued to 3rd and Cesar Chavez streets, where several marked patrol cars collided. It's not clear what led to that crash. 4 officers were taken to the hospital, and they're expected to be okay. Police took the driver into custody. Now, we have checked multiple times tonight. San Francisco police have not released any information yet about why that driver was wanted.
A climber and a first responder are recovering after a cliff rescue. Happened last night in Yolo County when the climber fell over a cliff near Highway 16. CHP was not able to get a helicopter because of the rain, so first responders had to trek in on foot in the dark, and one rescuer fell and got hurt. Now, crews finally found that climber, but decided to wait overnight. Once the sun came up, the helicopter airlifted them out Both the climber and injured rescuer are expected to be okay.
Okay, do you have the lucky numbers? Now, one of the biggest lotto jackpots in the state's history is up for grabs now. We'll have those winning numbers when we come back in 60 seconds.
And if you're spending New Year's Eve in a major city, chances are they are boosting security from New York to Vegas. See how police are trying to ring in 2024 without a hitch.
And daytime, New Year's Eve around the Bay Area, might have to dodge a few showers. Notice clouds back on the increase. How much to expect in your Sunday plans and as we head towards New Year's Day, and we come right back.
An unusual visitor has flown into Santa Cruz County. Okay, at first glance, you might think it's just a regular seagull here, but it's actually a black-headed gull. Now, they're usually found in Europe and Asia. Now, I know what you're thinking right now. That gull does not have a dark head. Their heads are actually only dark during breeding season. Earlier this week, someone shared this video here of the bird taken near Rio del Mar, but they misidentified the gull as another bird. And then a 13-year-old shot this video and called a bird expert.
So I zipped down here, and it wasn't here when I first got here, but it flew in while I was on the phone with one of my friends who's another birder, and I said, "Oh, I gotta go," and I snapped a bunch of pictures, and then it immediately flew off.
So much excitement there. I love it. Now, once they confirmed it, birders flocked from all over to try and spot this bird. U.S. Fish and Wildlife says 45 million Americans are bird watchers, aka birders.
Wow.
All right, the final countdown to 2024 is on. Here's a look at our countdown clock. Less than 24 hours, or just over 24 hours. Man, where did this year go? That's all Terry and I have been talking about tonight.
I have no idea. As people do get ready, things are going to be changing.
Yeah, that's right. Police in major U.S. cities, though, they are on alert ahead of this big night.
NBC's George Solis reports from Times Square on what the Big Apple and other cities are doing to keep it safe tomorrow night. Yeah, and San Francisco's gearing up for its big New Year's celebration. Everyone hopeful the weather going to cooperate for those fireworks. See the way preparations are underway. The show is set for midnight near the Ferry Building, and if you plan to go, you won't be able to park along Embarcadero. Signs are up actually guiding drivers away from that area. Police also urging people not to drive to Treasure Island to watch the show. Why? Construction projects on the island are blocking where viewers normally go to watch those fireworks. So the question now remains, Mr. Rob Maeda.
This time tomorrow, you'll be watching.
How's it going to be like?
Partly cloudy skies, maybe a little bit of patchy fog, but
that's not
too
bad.
bad. But
yeah.
during the day, there's been a bit of a change in the forecast. We talked about it earlier, a chance of showers. Door swings back open by midweek.
Thanks, Rob. A nice break right now.
Yes.
All right, have you checked your Powerball tickets? These are the winning number from tonight's drawing. Let me give you this ahead of time, and it's not good news. No one hit it big, which means... Huh?
I didn't?
You did not.
So why are we reading the numbers?
Because, you know, you might have gotten 5 out of 6.
Oh, okay.
5 out of 6, you still got $1 million.
I don't even play the Powerball enough to know that.
It's going up to $810 million, so a cash payout of $408 million next time they get around to pulling those numbers. All right, Anthony Flores here now, and not all is well in Warriors world.
Yeah, not good numbers for the Warriors either. Yeah, they're losing
not winning
streak.
numbers.
They continue to struggle. They have now dropped 3 in a row.
San Francisco's Ferry Building transformed today into a space celebrating Filipino culture.
The event, Love the Philippines, featured live music and local vendors selling food and crafts as well. Another highlight, a fashion show put on by a renowned Filipino designer. It was organized by the Philippine Department of Tourism, part of a larger campaign promoting travel to that country.
We hope that we continue to promote the Love the Philippines and do a lot of activation events. In fact, this is the culminating event for the year. For the past weeks, we've done a lot of events like Love the Culture, Love the Food, Love the Music, Love Adventure.
Organizers say the goal today was to give potential tourists a taste of the Philippines, whether they find it in the food, the culture, or the sense of community there.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us on Saturday Night. Saturday Night Live coming up next.
Good night.